Hello everybody, and welcome back to Remember the Flowers. We're here with Karen. She's a little upsetty because the surprise party was not a surprise, but you know, Cyrus wasn't gonna have that. Silver wasn't gonna have that. It just is what it is. That damned fox! Why'd he have to go and ruin the surprise? He's an assassin. They hate surprises, naturally. Doesn't mean he has to ruin it for others. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be fun, and it'll be a fun time regardless. I intend to make the most of it. You excited? Yeah, I hear the parties here are crazy. No, you goof, I meant for tomorrow. Oh, also yes, I'm excited for that too, if not kind of nervous. Good. Silver wants to leave at nightfall tomorrow, so we have plenty of time to prepare. Feels a little awkward. Wait. Feels like an awkward time to set out, if I'm honest. You were just going on about how he's an assassin. You're less likely to be seen if you drive at night. I guess. I think back to how Silver left us at the campsite. Though I don't have good night vision, like y'all do. Oh, don't worry. We can take care of that, too. Karen grunts as she lifts a rather large table by herself, holding it above her head. Let us know if you need anything before you leave. We still have some time. Thanks, but, you sure you don't need any help with that? What? You kidding? She laughs as she starts holding the table with her real arm. Fair enough. I'll leave the heavy lifting to you. In that case, you can start setting all the cups and kegs up. You can handle that, right? Leave it to me. Oh, by the way, there is actually something I wanted to ask you. Lay it on me, Ricky. I think I need need to book another appointment with my favorite hairstylist. Favorite stylist? Who? Cyrus, are you cheating on me? I'm flabbergasted. What? I'm talking about you, silly. Oh, really? I'm your favorite? She gives me the biggest pair of puppy dog eyes I've ever seen. You're my only stylist. Ha, just kidding. Of course I am. And it better stay that way. She lets out a hearty laugh. But seriously, what do you need done? I need to dye it a different color. Boss's orders. Is that all? That's easy. We can figure it out tomorrow morning. But first, we gotta finish up your party. She winks at me and then continues what she was doing before. Kara and I chat away as we finish setting up the party. She says it was last minute, so not many people would be able to come. That being said, close to 50 people have RSVP'd already. I only know about a dozen people here at Resistance. Now that I'm part of them, it'd be in my best interest to make a good first impression. Slowly but surely, people start rolling in. While stacking cups, I feel a tap on my shoulder. Aw, Tigor. Aaron smiles down at me. He was just released earlier today, so I'm happy to see he's in good spirits. I try to resist the urge to hug him since we're in public. He's got a reputation to uphold after all. That doesn't stop him from picking me up for a massive bear hug. Uncle? I exclaim, patting his back as he squeezes the air out of my lungs. Aaron chuckles before setting me down.
Sorry, just excited to see everybody again.
Me too. We haven't gotten the gang together in a while.
Such is life, being a mercenary.
The tiger shrugs before moving to pick up a box off the ground.
Is this an okay place to set up some food?
Should be. Rose doesn't give me a lot of guidelines.
Figures. That is her style, after all.
Aaron starts unpacking containers full of hot food. Wait, did you cater for the party?
More or less. It's been a while since I've been in the kitchen, naturally. I couldn't turn down this opportunity.
I hope it wasn't too much for you. You're still recovering?
That's what I should say to you. It looks like, you've worked up quite a sweat.
Who, me? I'm fine, trust me.
No, and I made something special for you.
I gasp. Did you make a
I did indeed. I figured you'd want a...
carbonara? Carbonara?
one last time before the big trip.
Yes, we'll need to teach you... you'll need to teach me your recipe. I can try to make it while I'm on the road.
I'll set it to your axiom before the night is over. Let's enjoy ourselves tonight, yeah?
You bet. I can't wait to meet everybody.
That shouldn't be a problem. You're kind of a celebrity down here, as is.
Aaron points at my Arcadia collar.
That alone will clue people in. Those collars are usually saved for high-profile missions.
Really, Titania made it seem like it was an under-the-table kind of thing.
I shouldn't be surprised. You are a special case, after all.
No, excuse me.
Most people start small when they're recruited. It was a long time before I was ever asked to wear one of those things.
Oh, Lord. Hope it doesn't raise people's expectations of me.
I think you're going to do just fine. You held it together against a member of the Fraction. Most people here can't say the same.
I think you're being a little dramatic.
I'm serious. You'd be surprised how many members of the Resistance stick strictly to volunteer work, and not everyone is a fighter. Many of us go around the different cities to help those in need. It's part of Titania's initiative to help bring the country together. So, fighter or not, it was still impressive. I don't think I'll have to worry too much about you being gone.
Well, like I said, I'll make sure to give you progress updates when I can.
And I'll do the same.
We continue setting up the tables, and I watch Aaron place out all of the food he carries in. While I'm looking up and down at the spread, my mouth starts to water. It doesn't look too different from the typical finger food you would find at a party, but it's been centuries for me. While Aaron isn't looking, I swipe a few sandwiches and quickly store them into my axiom. Oh my god. You can never be too prepared. Hunger can strike at any moment. I have no idea why I'm trying to be discreet. This is a party after all. Oh well. We're just doing things. By the time the party got going, it became hard to greet everybody. I'm pretty sure at least 100 people showed up. The more the merrier, they say. Better the center of attention wait, what does this say? Oh, sorry. Being the center of attention has never been my forte, but the party is technically for me, so I try to be a good guest of honor. People are staring up at me and starting to whisper, as some pointed to my hair while others pointed at my collar. Aaron introduced me to a few people I've never met before. To my surprise, they're other escaped pristine carriers. I guess I never expected to see other carriers working for the Resistance. Some are human, and some are beastmen. Everyone here has their own story they're writing. I think that's beautiful. Despite my eagerness to the party, there's only so much socializing I can handle before I feel the need to escape. Just as I'm about to get some fresh air in the hall, a certain fox stands in front of the door.
Hey, where do you think you're slinking off to?
My battery's drained. I need a breather.
Might have to wait. I think Rose is about to make the big announcement.
The what? The sound of a mic feedback fills my ears. What's up, party people? Unsurprisingly, Karen gets the crowd going pretty easily. I point up to the stage. Does she want me to get up there?
Afraid so.
Silver's smirk fades and his ears fall back. Confused, I look back. I look behind me. Kanto is in the crowd looking around and soon spotting us.
Go ahead. I'll set the announcement out.
Aw. I don't have a chance to reply as Silver tries to leave himself. Karen points to me. What are you doing there, rookie? Get up on the stage! Oh god, I feel my cheeks getting flushed. This is just another test. With feigned confidence, I make my way up the stage. Please welcome the newest member to the crew. Normally, this would be the time to announce his first alias, but as you all know, he's pretty famous. Regardless, Osiris is as much of a member as the rest of us. Y'all better treat him right, or you'll get a metal arm right up your ass, and not in the fun way. The hyena holds the mic out to me. Wait, fuck. I never prepared a speech. I take it with a bit of hesitation. Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to make it out tonight. I whisper to Karen. What do I say? Whatever you want, she says in an excited whisper. Thanks. I clear my throat. Well, I wasn't really expecting to make an announcement tonight. I'm also not the best at these kind of things, so here goes. Ahem. I just want to say that I'm looking forward to working with you all to take down Ressum. I was stuck in there for a really long time, longer than most people are alive for. So if anything, I hope you can trust me when I say I'm going to give it my all. As most of you know, my first mission starts tomorrow. Everyone's been asking me how I feel about it. My answer is still the same. I'm excited to get to work. I'll be gone for a while with my good friend Talon. In that time, I hope to grow into a valuable asset to the team. Thank you again for coming out, and I hope you all enjoy the party. Similar to when Karen was manning the mic, the crowd goes wild. The crowd roars. My embarrassment shows on my face as I scratch my cheek. I hand the mic back to Karen. Can I leave now? I'm a bit overwhelmed. Of course. Go enjoy yourself, guest of honor. I will. Thank you. Oh. As I turn to leave the stage, I see Kanto and Silver in the corner. They look like they're arguing. That doesn't look good. My gut's telling me that can only mean one thing. Before I can reach the floor, I see them leave the venue. Aw. By the time I get outside, they're nowhere to be found. I do hear footsteps in the distance. Trying to be as stealthy as possible, I follow them. I probably don't need to, on account of Kanto yelling. I can tell they're right around the corner. I stay put, trying to listen. I can barely make out Silver's voice. What I do hear is... What I do hear makes him sound pitiful, scared, confused.
How is this any different? What?
God, how did I do, Kanto? It's been a minute.
That's part of the problem, isn't it?
I gulp.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. Of course it's not. You never do.
Uh-oh. For a moment, I consider stepping in, but I stop myself.
Look, I think it's time to cut the bullshit. You have your life and I have mine. I'm taking the hint loud and clear. But, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Not until you tell me what's going on with you lately.
I expect to hear Silver reply, but all I hear is silence followed by a defeated sigh from Kanto.
You know what? It's fine. I'm tired of being your afterthought. I'm not gonna sit around and feel like shit anymore. I hope you have a safe trip. Goodbye, Silver.
With that, I hear a heavy set of footsteps walk further and further away, followed by a lighter set quickly running away. Aw, fuck. What should I do? What can I do? At the end of the day, these are two adults. I can't just force them to be together. Well, we're leaving so soon, too. I don't want this to be how they end things. I walk towards the hall, where I hear voices. Sure enough, no one's there. Kanto can probably handle himself. It's Silver I'm worried about. I try to think like Silver. Where would he go when feeling vulnerable? To Ash? No, he's not the type to be alone. No, he's the type to be alone. That's what that says. There's only one place I can think of where he would be alone, mostly. I make my way down the hall. I'm hoping my instincts are right. Aw? It's about a 5-minute walk to our room. Should I knock? No, it's my room too. That'd make even more sense. That'd make it even more awkward. I try to act natural. If he asks why I'm not at the party, I'll say I forgot something and needed to grab it. Easy, right? I sigh. It's never that easy. Nothing to it but to do it. I put in the door code and walk in. The lights are off, as expected. I hear something rustle in the corner. I decide to not turn on the lights, on for his sake, leaving only the hall to illuminate the room. I can tell Silver has already turned on his cot? Trying to act like he's asleep. You know I can tell you're faking, right? Because you usually snore. Silver rolls over and glares at me. The fur under and around his eyes look damp.
I don't snore.
Yeah, I know, but I got you. I walk over and then plant myself next to him on the floor. I don't say anything right away. Trying to find the right words is difficult.
Well, go on. Out with it.
You can tell?
I know you heard us. You're not that stealthy.
I chuckle nervously. Then I'll cut to the chase. What's going on, Silver? You know I'm here for you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, not talking about it is why you're here in the first place, isn't it? Come on. I think for a moment. I have an idea. Let's get out of here. We can go to the surface for a bit.
What for?
Just to get away from everything. You know, whenever I was feeling down, my best friend would come barging in and dragging me out of bed.
Do you mean Deanna?
Yup. Then she would stow me away in her car and we'd go driving around town or go to the park or something. It's easy to get lost in your own head sometimes. So, what do you think? Silver slowly sits up in his cot and looks over at me. After a moment, he nods. I stand up and extend my hand to him. Sounds like a plan, then? Hall? We go in on happy fun times. Probably. After we make our walk through the base, we eventually reach the surface using the elevator. Once the door is open, I step outside and Silver follows me. I take a deep breath and look around. It's a clearer night, the stars are bright, and there's even a cool breeze. The crickets are lively too. I find a nearby boulder and take a seat on it. I pat the spot next to me, inviting Silver over. He looks hesitant for a moment before finally walking over to join me. Come on, let's sit down. A bit of fresh air always helps clear my mind. We've got a great view too. Oh, look. I point up at the stars. Silver looks up for a moment before taking a seat next to me. I notice his gaze drops down quickly to the dirt below him. He looks lost in his thoughts. You hungry? I stole some snacks from the party earlier. Maybe it's just me, but thinking on an empty stomach just makes me feel worse. I open my Axiom inventory sphere. After pressing a few buttons, 2 wrapped up croissant sandwiches drop into my lap. I pick one up and hold it out to Silver. He doesn't answer, but takes it anyway.
Thanks.
We sit in silence for a few minutes, quietly eating together. But it doesn't take long before I hear sniffling. Despite that, I keep eating away until he finishes his sandwich. I say nothing at first, but start rubbing his shoulder after a few moments.
I screwed up, Cyrus. I really screwed up.
What do you mean? His voice cracks a bit when he responds.
I don't even know where to start.
That's okay.
I just didn't think I would feel this bad. He deserves better than me, anyway.
Why's that?
Because I don't know how to do this anymore. I have no idea what it means to be a good boyfriend. I wasn't ready.
I can hear the frustration in his voice.
Back then, in that orphanage, I wasn't allowed to feel anything. That's why I'm so good at what I do. That's probably why I have such a messed up relationship with my feelings. I think there's a part of me that never really left that place. I'm still stuck there.
That makes sense. The past sticks with us hard sometimes, no matter what we try to do to move on.
It's too much, Cyrus. I can't focus on my mission while worrying about someone else. It was hard enough letting Ash go out on his own.
So what are you trying to say? He takes a deep breath.
I can't. I can't be with Kanto, not right now. But I was too much of a coward to say it after all this time. And now everything is fucked up. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and I never said a damn thing.
You say that, but there has to be a reason you've lasted this long.
Because it feels like he's my anchor. I owe him so much. And I was afraid of losing him. And then I did.
The white fox lets out a staggered breath as he covers his eyes with his left arm.
I've always been alone, and I was fine with that. It's how I operated, and it's what I'm used to. Since I'm always away on missions, it's so easy to run away from it all. But why am I so stupid?
Silver, you're being too you're being too hard on yourself. But this is exactly why you should talk to him. If you don't, it'll eat you alive. And I don't think you're stupid, okay? Relationships can be messy. It happens. But if you want to fix it, you have to communicate.
You don't get it at all.
What?
Stop making it sound so easy.
Silver's hands shake and curl into a fist. He immediately stands up and moves in front of me, holding his arms as if to present himself.
Just look at me, Cyrus. I'm hopeless. I'm just stupid. I'm just a stupid, broken mess. I don't know anything. I didn't get to go to school and figure my own shit out like you. It was just me and my brother. I never had a childhood. They took that away from me, and I'll never get that back. But I managed. Despite everything, I clawed my way out of that hell, battered and beaten.
Silver covers his face with his left hand.
But yeah, at least Ash turned out to be fine. He can go on living a normal life, and he's just okay. Sometimes I'm even jealous of him, and I hate myself for it. But I can't do that. For the moment I was forced to take a life, I can never have that. So I'll keep fighting, for us, and so Ash can live happy and free.
When he removes his hand from his face, his eyes are so intense and clear. I stand up so I can meet him at eye level. Silver, have you ever thought about just taking a step back from all this? You've already fought your battles. You don't have to keep fighting. His glare pierces right through me.
No. You don't get to say that to me. You're no different than I am. Maybe it's under different circumstances, but we're all here fighting towards the same goal.
I want to push back, but I know he's right. Everyone has tried on many occasions to stop me from pursuing this job, but I didn't listen. I don't think I have the right to tell him what to do here. I'm sorry. Silver turns away from me.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap at you.
It's okay. I get what you're saying.
This is a dangerous job. What we do is dangerous. I don't think you understand that yet. For your sake, I hope you never have to see the horrors that lie ahead. But I guarantee that. And I won't always be there to protect you.
I know. And I appreciate you being honest with me. But there's no turning back now. Not after everything that's happened. Maybe I haven't seen what you've seen, but I want you to know that you might have to fight all of your own. Wait, that you don't have to fight it all on your own anymore. We have each other now, and out of everyone who could accompany me on this mission, I'm really glad it's you. Silver's eyes widen, and he looks away.
Fine. Then I hope you're ready.
It's the boss's orders. I shrug my shoulders and chuckle. Silver sighs and puts his hands in his pockets before looking back over to me.
I have to stay focused. I won't ever forget all of the kids we met at the orphanage. I'll keep fighting for them too. Even the friends we lost there.
He says this under his breath.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Kanto doesn't need to deal with that. Any of my baggage. I'm the farthest thing from normal. Silver, I can still remember when we first met. Would you believe me if I told you, we kind of hated each other? Honestly, that doesn't surprise me at all. I might be close with Arm and everyone now, but it wasn't always like that.
Silver chuckles to himself, a painted smile stretched across his face.
And still, Kanto was the first one to try and reach out to me. At some point, I gave in. That's all it took. For the first time in my life, I felt released.
I smile. Imagining Kanto being affectionate is still a new concept to me. Well, it's not hard to see why you had feelings for him.
We got pretty close over time, and then one day he confessed to me. Why'd he have to go and do that for? He's an idiot. Or maybe I'm the idiot who let him in.
Silver holds his head in his hands.
I've always felt like, if I lose Kanto, I'll lose part of myself, you know?
Oh, I've definitely been there. Silver sits back down next to me and brings his knees up to his chest.
I can't even begin to tell you what Kanto means to me. I didn't know what it felt like to be held and to be loved. I was living in the moment. I didn't want to lose that feeling. That scares me. I'm afraid I'm always going to be this broken thing, clinging to things that make me feel normal.
I slowly extend my arm towards him and start rubbing his back. But you're wrong. You're not broken, and you're more normal than you realize. You should try looking at the silver lining more often. No pun intended. I managed to make him laugh with that one. You grew into the person you are today because of your struggles and experiences. That sounds pretty normal to me. You didn't want anyone else to suffer. It's why you're so protective about the people you care about. Think about it. Think about Ash. Would he really be where he is now without you? And look at me. You've had my back since day one. Weren't you the one that said you were a big factor into helping me escape? I'd still be rotting away in that containment chamber somewhere if not for you. Silver turns to look at me. You're okay, Silver. Even now. You're letting yourself open up. What's important is that you finally acknowledge your feelings, right? If you don't think you're ready to be in a relationship, then you need to be honest about it. Silver is quiet for a moment.
I'll talk to him then.
I nod. He sighs and leans in on me, resting the side of his head on my shoulder.
I'm so tired.
Silver might be the most capable of the team, but it's easy to forget he's still the youngest. He spent most of his life protecting others, and it feels like he's never let anyone return the favor. I can do that much for him. We sit there for a little while. At one point, I think he's about to fall asleep, but then speaks up quietly.
Do you really think he'll be okay with this?
I think you're underestimating him, honestly.
Then, I think I'm ready.
Silver pushes away and stands up, brushing himself off. I get up to stand with him. Let's call him up then. You really should get everything off your chest before we leave, right? I think about my confession to Aaron. God knows I feel better after this week. Silver tilts his head, confused.
What's that mean?
Oh, I'll save it for the road trip. He nods, and his tail swishes a bit. Do you want me to message him for you?
No. I should be the one.
All right. I'll end the part here, everyone. So I'll see you guys around.